Hello everyone, welcome to Die Party Deep Black week number 2. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We don't... that intro, I need to work on something. It seems a little short for me. It seems a little short right now. We need to pad it out with extra stuff. As you can see, the background has changed because we are in another arc now for Deep Black. The first arc went exactly for one whole mission. One whole episode, so this is really just the beginning. Let me go around and introduce everyone who will be playing today. First up, we have Jacob, who will be playing Stefan.
So,
we have Dom, who will be playing Fox. Not gonna say anything, Dom?
Hey.
There we go.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, because remember, this is also a podcast, so if you say nothing, people will not know who you were.
I am Dominic.
Yeah.
I am Fox.
I am Fox. Up next, we have Kai, who will be playing Parson.
Yay.
He is on
Also-
hot. Yeah, so just a word of advice. Sorry, heads up. Not advice, because you don't need advice from us. We're streamers. Anyway, Kai is on hotel Wi-Fi, so there is a good chance that, something will happen. Maybe. Who knows? I am Dave. I will be playing Claire. And last but not least, we have most agnomic Space Master, AP Gaming Real, a.k.a. the Master of the Universe, a.k.a. the Flash, the Savior of the Universe. No?
No.
No? I
No.
tried.
I'm covered in cat hair, man. Cat.
Hey, my name's AP
I thought I'd
Gaming
have
Real.
the cat on stream, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I let her go, bam, she's gone, but all the cat hair is still here.
Oh, that's like the Roadrunner then. You know where
Yeah.
she's been. Yeah. So, Arthur, why don't you start us off by explaining what happened in the previous episode, which was 2 weeks
Okay.
ago.
Everyone got introduced to their various jobs around the ship.
Mm-hmm.
They needed to lead a boarding party, which is, as you may already know, extremely difficult to capture another ship.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fucking
Ridiculous.
rough.
That's why they don't do it in modern times.
No.
And in space future times, the boarding party got stuck in a room, couldn't leave it, eventually broke out, shot some guy in the face, and then teleported into the control room and proceeded to spend like a minute fighting with the captain.
Getting
During
shot
that
in the face.
time, the ship was completely uncontrolled, and the ship that they belonged to disabled the enemy ship while it was
I think
flying.
it was a little more embarrassing for Claire than how you're saying.
I didn't want to bring it up, man. Why you got to salt that wound?
Claire
yeah.
is an information retrieval expert, not an assassin. All right.
I thought she
Put it
was
out
good.
there.
I thought she
If
was
it
a
was
martial
me-
artist.
She is,
I
but
thought
she's trained to retrieve objects, not to go in and take out a single person to save a ship from exploding.
Well, you did retrieve a lot of bullet wounds.
I like
you,
to say if
you
it was
did.
me.
You were bragging about your
That's
40
problem.
kills.
She asked how many kills I have a record. I wasn't bragging. I simply answered.
It's true. That did happen.
Yeah, Graham is asking about your spelling. Is it Shephen or Stefan?
S-H-E... Oh, Sephin.
Stefan.
Sephin.
It's a future name, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. That was a sort of a training exercise for the new crew of the Auto Weaver to get their teamwork down, I guess, for the most part.
Lock it down.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, what's next?
So I think we come in to the familiar shape of the Justinian, and in the lower right-hand corner, in like white typewriter text, as we hear it being clattered out on a mechanical keyboard, is FSS Justinian, aka the free ship Auto Weaver, Planet Bannon, Granados Sector, January 3rd, 3200. And we continue to go in, and the crew, as in the officers, are all gathered with the captain in the situational ready room off the captain's quarters, and Captain John Jones, our stalwart leader, turns to Fox, Claire, Parison, and I'm missing somebody. Sheffin. That's right.
Sheffin.
Sheffin. Sorry. Seffin.
Spell it right, and then we'll pronounce it right. Jesus Christ.
It is
Sheffin.
spelled right.
Stefan has a T in there. Good
Every
sir.
day I'm sheffling.
Seffin.
All right. Right.
Get rid of
so-
the H.
Stefan.
All right.
Never.
So that's done with. You've just received a number of missions from fleet headquarters that you've gone over, and you've decided to take the mission to the planet Ortiz in the Markulides sector. I'm sorry, Markulides system, which is 5 jumps away.
Yes.
And it is a emergency priority as soon as possible mission because it involves atomic weapons that could be loose in the sector. Most highly civilized technical worlds have what's called nuclear snuffers, which stop explosions of that magnitude from happening. But any world that's tech level 3 or lower is extremely vulnerable to these weapons.
And you said this is tech level 4, right? No, 3. What did you say it was?
Say what was?
The planet. What tech level?
The
is
planet that you're going to is tech level 4.
it? Okay, yeah. I thought
The
so.
issue is that if these weapons leave the planet, they could be used throughout the sector to cause acts of terror.
Terra.
Yeah, so you're being sent in. Officially, Ortiz is off limits to the FCS, the Federal Society, is not allowed to operate there. And so the captain kind of goes over a quick briefing where he's like, all right, gentlemen, as you may know, we're going to need to travel to the Markulides system. I get that confused, like a other person that I know. Anyway, once you're there, we're going to have a bit of a problem. The local government is somewhat hidebound. They're genetic purists. Only certain individuals are allowed down on planets. On their particular island, no psychics are allowed. They are seen as insane death berserkers. Now, I have the following informational update on what's going on here. Let's see. And he goes through a couple files and says, there's a certain psionic on the planet by the name of Mephistopheles, obviously some sort of psyker code name. A certain gang of salvagers on the planet known as the Crusher Crew have accused him of being a feral psionic. The issue here is that Mephistopheles, in his madness, claims that he has access to a treasure trove of leftover atomics. While that in itself is troubling, while he's being tried on Purity Island, the Crusher Crew is desperately searching for Mephistopheles' secret base, where these atomic weapons are rumored to be at. So you'll need to come up with some sort of mission plan. My suggestion, of course, would be to find Mephistopheles on planet and speak with him. That may require going through the official government channels. Not sure how that's going to go down. I myself have never been there. Have any of you been there before? Do you have knowledge of this planet?
There's no way in hell I would have been there. So, anyone else?
Doubtful.
Yeah, it's tech level 3, so unless it's like, does it
Tech
have very,
level
tech level 4, does it have very, like, a tourist focused thing
No.
at all? Nothing at all?
The 99% of the water is irradiated.
Okay.
Going there is pretty much death.
I mean, like, it's not been that way the entire time, right?
Yes, it has been.
It has been? Okay.
Yes, for several hundred years.
Okay. Well, I don't see any particular reason for anyone to go there. So probably not. Unless maybe Dom's character. I don't know. Did you have any sort of adventuring past or anything like that?
I spent 3 years on the force. Unless I had a mission there, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Probably not. Does anyone have any knowledge of the planet? Perhaps culture traveler or culture spacer? Well, I guess spacer wouldn't work. Traveler would.
I have
Traveler.
traveler.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's a good one.
Okay. Just gave it to me. Let me see. 2 dice. 6.
Okay, let's see here.
7 is a pass.
So, when you're on downtime at some point, Fox, you're speaking with the other travelers in the travelers lounge, because travelers are like a open secret society. And there's a guy who has like obvious cybernetics and like razor claws, so like Wolverine type claws that are like cybernetically enhanced. And he's just smoking a cigar nearby, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been to the Marklade system lately. As a matter of fact, I happen to know quite a bit about there. Now, you young man, you seem like the kind of person who wears body armor, am I right?" He says, looking at you in your body armor.
Yes, sir. I do wear body armor.
Oh God. What do you?
Well, there's
told you I was
something you
doing
need to
Batman.
know. Now, while most of the ocean surface there isn't policed, let's call it that much, if you try to go to Purity Island, they're going to insist that not only will your weapons be taken away, but you're not allowed to wear any armor there. You should probably get some, what do they call it there, that undersuit body armor. I don't know, hell, I saw some guy go once with an FEP. Shit was crazy.
Wow. The old guy's seen an FEP before.
Well, you're not there, but yes, he's seen an FEP before. He's
Thanks
a
for the
trap.
information, old man.
He says, think nothing of it.
I'll remember this specifically for when it comes up in the future.
Listen, I had to open up my Stars Without Number thing. I'm actually thinking about buying an actual book because I want to run this as a home.
You should. It's a good book.
It's a pretty sweet book.
You can run it without the book.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah, but it's definitely good. Yeah. So the free book has everything you need to run a game. You should go there and buy it.
I was going to buy the real book and actually have a hard copy plus the.
Yeah, the hard copy would be super nice. Plus the cover is a lot nicer in my opinion too. Yeah. You get like a alien fighting a robot or something like that, or a guy in fire armor or something like that. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Okay, so yeah,
that's
Fox, that's what you learn in the Traveler's Lounge from an old Wolverine wannabe smoking a cigar.
Yeah. All right.
I go back to my team and I brief them on the.
No, I mean that's like a flashback.
Oh, that's
Captain's
a flashback.
still talking to you like right now. He's
I
like,
told the captain.
yeah, you tell everybody exactly what you learned in the past because you knew you were on an upcoming mission to that system. You guys have been planning it for 2 days. So the captain's like, very well, interesting. So we can't take psionics down to Purity Island, nor can we take weapons or armor. That's going to make things somewhat more difficult. However, if you need judicious use of violence against the Crusher crew, nothing's stopping us there. So now, again, as I see it, we have 2 courses of action. We can attempt to shadow the Crusher crew or infiltrate their gang and possibly get to first the nuclear stockpile, or we can attempt to speak with or free this Mephistopheles from his imprisonment and learn the location that way.
Do you have any idea where the Mephistopheles would be?
Of course. He's being tried on planet, at Purity Island. Like most mutants and psionics, he's being held in prison for trial date. Fortunately, things move pretty slowly there, given the resident's extremely long lifespan. It could be months or even years before the trial date happens.
Do we even need to get him out? Can we not just question him in his cell?
Of course, we could attempt to question him. I just don't know if we'll be able to. I'm not familiar on local planetary laws. I have to be honest, though. If we approach him in his cell and ask him where his atomic weapon stockpile is, I really doubt he's going to tell us that.
Well, I mean, we can offer him freedom in exchange.
Of course.
Freedom is the only way.
I don't remember
Captain
your
just
voice
looks at you
having that.
strangely.
Yeah, especially strangely. Okay. Well, the psionic ban is kind of a little infuriating, but they don't have. It's tech level 4, so I don't assume they have any sort of system for checking travelers.
I have the same question too. I'm not sure if they would.
Yes, of course
the
they
only way that
check
I-
for psionics.
The only way that
They'll
I
do
know
a
of-
rudimentary medical scan as we land.
Interesting.
So which one of
While
us
they
can
may
go
not be
then?
able to detect your psionics per se, the drug regimen you use to keep your MES in check will undoubtedly show up on any sort of biomedical or blood scan.
Maybe I could leave the ship by other means and sneak past security that way.
Be risky. If you got caught, then we would have to bail you out as well.
Keep in mind I can teleport wherever I like, so being caught isn't really a problem.
And I imagine they would have countermeasures to that.
That would mean they would have to have psionics on the planet that could combat other psionics.
I wouldn't put it past them to have something shady like that. If they're really truly against psionics, I still wouldn't put it past them to use
Well,
some
the
of
other
their own
option is
measures.
that I sit here and enjoy a break.
I prefer having a whole team there. Just me saying. You come up with a plan.
Plus-
A good
So the
plan.
captain looks you over and says, "Yes, indeed. Come up with a mission plan, and when you're ready, we'll begin the long journey to Markleeds."
All right.
He kind of like gives you guys a quick salute and then walks out of the room.
I return it, obviously.
Sir, yes, sir.
Return it.
So I guess we make our way to the planning room. And once everyone's there, I guess we all sit down and chat. I mean, the three options that we had were that
That's only. Just remember, those are the ones he presented. They're certainly not the only ones.
Well, the three that were given to us was that we could find and extract
Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles. Oh, my British accent is super hard to say that in, especially also as a woman. Two things I'm not particularly good at. The other was that we could shadow the Crusher crew and find out where the actual atomic bombs is and if there even is one. Or we could find a way to question Mephistopheles in his cell and gain the information that we need from that. And finally, we could just attempt to take out the Crusher crew before they even get to the payload and try and find it another way.
Well, I know a little bit of bureaucracy, so I could manage. If I had a little bit of time, I could probably manage to get us a meeting somehow.
I don't think time is something we have.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think the thing that we need to decide on will be something that we need to act on immediately.
I doubt we can bail them out fast enough.
First things first. Are we going to be? We should make a decision whether we want to do this stealthily or whether we want to go in guns blazing, because the issue at hand is the ban on weaponry.
Now, remember, you are authorized by the Federal Society Council to use orbital weapons against the planet. However, doing so would not only be an act of war, but you might also tear a hole in the atmosphere of this planet, killing everyone.
I
And
wouldn't
that
even
is-
consider that an option, to be honest with you.
Okay?
I would
just
just-
reminding you, it's a thing.
And I would consider it an option, but that's at the bottom of the list if everything goes to hell.
I suggest we shadow the Crusher crew. That seems like the most poignant one.
Seems like it
As
seems
this-
like the one most likely to work.
As for smuggling small arms, that is probably something that I could be capable of. I can
All I
take.
need is a pistol.
I can take at least 15 kilos of gear with me, including my own clothing.
Question: are stealth suits open to us now?
Are they TL4?
I'm not sure. Let me check.
Do you mean the FEPs?
I saw them in the book. It says stealth suit, and I was like, huh, those are pretty cool. Yeah, it's our third day.
Which book are you talking about?
I think it's in the free thing.
It's in the free book? I don't see it here.
Oh, wait a minute, it's called Ghost Mantle. No, it doesn't give a price for it. Wait a minute, it's artifact armor. Never mind.
I was about to say, like, huh?
Not gonna get that anywhere anytime
Oh,
soon.
we just happened to find it, you know, just like hanging out in the armory. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, shit. That's
Well,
cool.
that's convenient.
Oh, Jesse.
So we could potentially bring small arms, and we could arm ourselves that way, and potentially take what we need from the Crusher crew, liberate those weaponries.
Weapons are allowed on the planet, right?
No.
Just not armor.
No weapons whatsoever.
Weapons
so,
are allowed on the planet, but not in the only habitable city.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
What's
So,
that? Okay.
I mean, what's unstated here is that, given that the planet's covered in what's essentially deadly radiation, if you go outside of Purity Island, all that's left is like horribly irradiated mutants.
Right.
They
So-
don't send patrols out to deal with those mutants. Those mutants are like Waterworld berserkers. So
Yeah.
Do we have any
So-
information on where the Crusher crew might be?
no. No, I mean, unless any of you has some sort of skill at gathering that from a distance. Doesn't sound like you do. No, Culture Criminal might do it. It's TL4 world, so
Yeah. Anyone have Culture Criminal?
I take a -1 to it.
I mean, yeah, that's about all we can do.
Well, let's do
if
one
you don't
roll.
have any points in it, you're not going to be able to make this
Okay,
roll.
fair enough.
Yeah.
You guys are military officers. You're not going to be like, "Hey, man, I'm totally a criminal."
Totally not a cop. Want to buy some marijuana? Yeah. Okay. Well.
It wouldn't be a problem if it was in system, but you're asking about something that's happening like
Yeah. So
literally
I
blocks away.
guess our main course of action here is potentially find information about the Crusher crew. Maybe even go undercover as criminals within the planet's surface, at least on the island, and find our way through there. We can also smuggle in a couple of sidearms potentially. If that needs to be, like, because I'd imagine it'd be one of those things where we can bring sidearms in. Is that what you're saying?
If it's not Purity Island, you can do whatever you want.
But okay, so
Yeah.
how many islands are there? You said there
Just
was-
one.
Just the-
There's literally
just the
only
one.
one island.
So
Everyone else is dead,
if we
or rather mutated.
okay, so if we land on a different island, we can come in another way.
There's no other islands.
Okay, that's what I'm
Just that
saying.
one place.
There's literally one piece of land that's above water level on the whole planet.
Okay. Well, is there anything underwater?
There's plenty of stuff underwater. The sea levels rose 200 feet after the enormous atomic attacks.
Is anyone living underwater? Like in bubbles or some shit?
Mutants?
No one that you know. But yeah, I mean, mutants could, but it's not like they talk about it, right?
Okay.
There's no other place we can really go.
So we basically do need to smuggle in gear to the island then. Yeah. That's what it sounded
Yeah.
like. So I suggest we fly the landing ship down. I will jump off before we land. And you can teleport. I can teleport anywhere you want. Landing under the ground, that's completely fine. And we can meet up. We can rendezvous later.
Fair enough.
Potentially at the center, in some way.
We meet at, can we, like, research a cafe to meet at?
Cafe. How about the town hall or something like that? Is there any like poignant landmarks that we know about?
You guys have little to no knowledge of the planet's surface.
Okay. Well, very well.
What's our time scale anyway?
What?
Our time slice, like time.
Like how much? Yeah, how much time have we got left?
Months. They said it's going to be months or years before Mephistopheles reaches trial. You have no idea how long it might take the Crusher crew to find the atomic weapons.
All right.
Well, I could go a day of reconning. Check out the sites, walk around as a normal Joe, and then come back and try to figure out, hey, there's a point right here, technical points that we can look at, where we can go, kind of like that.
Do you have any skills in that?
I have tactics and persuasion. Talk to people, and I got bureaucracy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not super high, but the tactics is actually a +1 because it's both of my packets thing.
Yeah, I got that as well. So
Yeah.
Okay, so here's so just so everyone is clear, we're gonna smuggle in sidearms because I also have to smuggle myself in. So
Correct.
yeah,
Might as well.
yeah, might as well. We are then also going to. Did we decide whether we're going to shadow the Crusher crew? Is that what we're
Yes.
doing? Okay, so we're going to shadow them. And then we're also going to... hopefully they'll lead us to the payload. And if they do, then we can potentially take it from them. It'll really depend on... how armed they are, though, and how many operatives we'll be dealing with, or assailants we'll be dealing with. Graham. Sorry, not Graham. Fuck, I'm so sorry. Arthur.
What the?
He's shaking his head at me.
Yeah. What do you need, Traeger?
Thank you. Do we have any communication to the Autoweaver from ground? Any means of communicating?
Do you have a comm network?
I have in the ship. You mean?
You need the item comm network and comm pads.
I have the Ghost Talker transceiver.
I think that'll work, right? It's
Yeah.
a cybernetic implant that lets you talk.
Yeah.
That should probably.
Oh, wait a minute. You can get cybernetic implants?
Yes.
Oh,
Tech level 4 ones.
Yeah.
that's fair.
You guys might need to take comm pads with you. I don't know if they'll take them from you, but that's something you should definitely do.
Should be kind of cough me to look into that later.
So you'll have to hook into the comm grid of the local planet, which means they're going to know exactly where you are at all times.
So there's no
Otherwise,
way, there's no
you're
way
only going to
that-
have 20-kilometer range.
There's no way that we can
How big is this island?
About 30 kilometers wide. The issue would be if you're going to try to talk to the ship in orbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there a way that the
Yeah, there's an item that's actually called my comm network. It's a piece of equipment.
Yeah, is there a way that the Wraith shuttle can boost the transmission?
Yeah, you could broadcast to the Ray shuttle, and the Ray shuttle could bounce it back up.
That might be the way that we do that then. So is there like a particular piece of technology that we need in order to make sure that we can always have communication with the Autoweaver?
Comm server, basically.
And I don't think we took that, did we?
You have a ship's armory and a ship's locker, so you have enough comm servers to service 40 people, so probably 8 of them.
Okay.
All right.
I thought a comm server was like a big computer bank for some reason.
Yes, it's a base unit for providing comms without comsats. It has 30-kilometer range and is encrypted and can be locked to specific transceivers. So you guys could all bring comm pads with you or comm units, lock yourselves to that comm server, and then just,
Yeah, okay, that
transmit to and from there.
that's probably the best idea, and we have to make sure that the Wraith shuttle will have that.
Yeah, it weighs a lot, so someone's you're gonna either have to leave it in the shuttle or someone's gonna have to carry it.
And
It's encumbrance 3.
Yeah, we can leave it in the shuttle, I think, because it's 30 square kilometers, right? So
Yep.
and yeah, so
Well,
I think that's what we'll do.
It's not 30 square kilometers. It's 30 kilometers. It's an
Yeah.
island. It's not literally a
Just-
perfect square
Well,
in the
you know,
middle of a
I'm talking
planet of
about-
ocean.
I'm talking about the radius of the comm server.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the fucking radius of the planet. It's like it's a perfect square in the middle of the ocean, man-made. What's up?
Oh yeah, I'm going in with a leather jacket like a badass.
Yeah. I will I will take what I normally have, so my combat field uniform and stuff like that.
Same here.
So that's a good question. Like, let's go over this right now.
Yeah.
Most of the crew are wearing like Rusina Outreach Command, like what do they call it? Like paramilitary outfits, like military surplus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The captain's wearing, like whatever a
Dashboard.
daring space mercenary / wannabe pirate.
No, brown
wear.
coat. He'd be wearing a brown coat.
No, he's wearing a large black overcoat with like big epaulets on it with gold stripes, and
Yeah.
it's like stereotype mercenary pirate stuff, just to make sure people are like look at him and aren't like, that's a secret agent. So what do you guys look like with your equipment? What have you done to disguise yourself as not secret agents?
Well, I mean,
would've-
Claire is pretty traditional military. So, like, she would do things that would fit the same form as a military uniform, but without the insignias or anything like that. So it would be like just straight up like maybe like a white and blue uniform, so it doesn't have the colors of the FSS, and it would just be like it'd be a field combat uniform, exactly how it would look, but it wouldn't have any insignias on it.
So you're basically wearing like FCS surplus gear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is essentially a combat uniform, but like
All the patches have been ripped out.
it looks like it's been taken from someone, I guess.
Okay.
Disguised in such a way that it looks like that.
All right. Harrison, how do you look?
At this time, I'm probably just going to be wearing just a leather jacket as well.
Okay. Literally just a leather jacket, no pants, no underwear.
Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to hide that weaponry.
All right. So I mean, you're just wearing like t-shirt and pants and a leather jacket. Okay.
I call them
Fox, what do you
Space
look like?
Levi's.
Space Levi's.
Yeah.
Well, you see Fox, he wears...
how's it going?
It's so adorable.
Goddamn
Okay.
cats.
Look just like my cat, except for bigger.
Anyways, what are you wearing, Fox? And it better not be Fox yet.
Well, I'm wearing a fox like a jacket, black and white, with a logo of a fox on the back.
You're
He's kinda
literally
bag-
wearing motorcycle gear then.
Yeah, I'm wearing baggy jeans because I have cybernetics in my legs. I want people to notice them. And I wear kind of like a loose t-shirt where my under armor won't kind of stick out.
What
Like,
did you?
you know.
What's your cybernetic leg stuff?
I haven't thought of it yet. I just
So he's got
came up-
cybernetic legs. He's just not sure what's in them.
Is it
Yeah.
like a prosthetic leg? Like what's going on?
I'm looking at the unarmed strike.
There's
stuff.
secretly a jetpack in his legs.
Ah, he smuggles guns in his legs.
You see me like lift up my
His
knee,
legs are a weapon.
a rocket comes out.
Yeah, that's stupidly ridiculous, but okay.
Can I also get a holdout cavity?
No. Yeah, I mean, yes. I guess if you really want to. Just know that there's some planets where they're not going to let you touch down if you have cybernetics.
Unless they have check level 5, they can't even detect a holdout cavity.
Yeah, but I mean, if they literally look at you and you're like, oh, hey, your leg is cybernetic.
No, it's meant to be hidden.
We'll see.
Fine. I'm
Hey,
not
doctor,
wearing cybernetic because our
cut a hole out of my leg. I want to hide a gun in it. No, okay.
Bring out my leg. Do, 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 do.
You put your hand inside of your thigh, shoot the gun out of the thigh. It surprises everyone. Anyway, yeah.
Shoot yourself in the process.
What does
All right.
Sheffin look like then?
I'd probably just say kind of like I guess you'd be dressed more casually than probably dressed pretty casually. Red shirt, blue, not blue. God, that'd be terrible clashing.
Hawaiian shirt.
No, red. Red shirt, some pants. I imagine if they're still in fashion, a watch. Maybe.
Oh
probably
man,
just,
watches never go out of fashion.
Yeah, watches never go out of fashion until you've had a watch.
timepieces.
Yeah, a watch and probably a jacket of some kind.
All right.
Okay.
That's
All
everyone.
right. So we know what you guys look like now.
Yeah.
I think out of all of you, Fox probably looks like he's the most able to infiltrate the Crusher crew, right? Because he's like, sorry. Now, just to be clear here, they're all hideously mutated, like mutant people,
So
radioactively.
this is an insult.
Yeah, I mean, like, no, but his clothing is most able to. I mean, if you guys are going to infiltrate them, you're going to need some serious, like...
I actually have an idea about that. What if we pose as weapon dealers, smugglers, and if we bring in something from the ship that can prove that we can smuggle something onto the planet, it might persuade them even more.
That's pretty badass idea.
Be risk. Well, I mean, we're already risking everything, so what's a little bit more risky?
Well, we should decide on what we should bring down. What is the highest tech
Sure.
level weapon that we have? Maybe a laser rifle or something like that?
You guys have, like, mag rifles and shit, right?
Mhm.
Remember, you've got enough combat equipment for 40 people, so...
Right.
I mean, you probably have, like, 20 or 30 combat rifles and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess we would have to also get this checked out at some point. I mean, it's probably going to be gear that we won't get back. Maybe. There's a good chance, because we'll have to use it to convince them. So, I don't know who we have to talk to about that. But
Right.
yeah.
I love the idea of this 24 style weapons deal where you guys are like, yeah, man, look at all these great weapons we got in the crate. Take us to the atomics.
Yeah.
Then you're betrayed by a mole within your agency because it's 24.
Dang,
Dun,
my
dun.
daughter's stolen?
Dun dun.
Yeah. She always gets kidnapped. It's great. It's a good plot.
Every 5 minutes, I swear to God.
Yeah.
I like 24. Don't insult it, haters.
I didn't say I disliked it. It's
24.
just you
Modern
can,
classic.
You can have fun with it.
Yeah. So what do we think of that idea? Should we roll with it?
Sure. Why not?
I mean, we don't have any other ideas to do anything.
Maybe you should get a cybernetic throat so you can actually talk to people.
What's wrong
Now
with
we know
you?
why he was talking to Smoking Wolverine, right? Because they sound the exact same.
For the best of what we do it tonight.
He's like, hey, Wolverine guy, what are you smoking over there? And he's like, Broncos. And then like we swap forward 4 years later, and now Dom's like, I smoke Broncos.
Well, I made a horrible mistake. I mixed the energy drink, so I'm feeling tipsy right now, which is like weird. It's like, wow, that was fast.
Yeah. All right, so I think we have our plan. We should go to the captain.
Okay.
See what he thinks.
What are you presenting the captain with? Because I've heard a couple of different
I believe
alternatives.
we will be infiltrating the Crusher crew as gun smugglers. We will be requisitioning something from the Otto Weaver to bring down with us. I will be doing a hot landing from the back of the ship before we go into quarantine to land somewhere else on the planet. We will be bringing with us a comm server so that we can communicate effectively with each other in the field onto the race shuttle. And our main aim is to infiltrate the Crusher crew, find where the atomic bombs exist, if they even do exist, and from that point onwards, dealing with the atomic payload as professionally as possible. Probably taking it off planet.
So he seems pretty approving of this plan. He's like, okay, Claire. I have one qualm though. If we're going to be presenting them weapons, make sure it's something we can afford to lose and something that we're going to retrieve. I don't want FS stamped firearms getting loose in the criminal element in case this goes wrong.
The other thing that we could potentially do, sir, is sabotage the weaponry in such a way that we could blow it up if we need to.
That seems dangerous, though. Won't they check for something like that?
It would need to be a mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
That seems like the first thing they check for.
Exactly.
They're legit.
I will do my best to retrieve the weaponry, or at least disable it before we leave, if necessary.
He says, of course, I trust you completely. Okay.
Yes.
So, if your plan is ready and you have no other business in the Granido system, are you ready to begin the series of jumps necessary to bring you to Markulides?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
Sir.
So, we need the navigator to begin making jump checks. You'll be rolling plus int, plus navigation, and then you add 2 for your advanced nav computer.
2d6 plus 1. Oh, whoops. Plus 1, plus, and then I believe my navigation is 1. Yeah, it's 1. Alright.
So then plus 2.
Then plus 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. And we're
Okay.
doing one jump at a time, right? So
Yes. All right. So, what do you guys do during the 6 days it takes to get to the Niharika system?
well, I guess I would be brushing up on stealthing around the ship, maybe seeing if I can get in and out of places without people knowing. It's been a while since I've had to sort of teleport stealthily for the most part. That and brushing up on my unarmed combat, because I have a feeling that it's probably going to happen a lot on the planet.
You see me like in one of the storage area we're working out to Macho Man, kind of like getting reps, getting strong through my unarmed combat. Like Macho Man. I'm a Macho Man, Macho.
You, of course, have a completely high fidelity audio recording of Macho Man that survived about 1,300 years.
And no
Yeah.
longer being.
That's
Yeah.
my hobby. I collect music, like retro.
Oh, yeah, you pick up MP4s now that they have, like, MP 715s.
God damn it! Ah, yes, my favorite format, MP 715s. You know.
Well, it's a universal format. It incorporates all 714 other formats.
Here's exactly what happened, Arthur. Flak took off real big.
It's so bad because it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah, all right. Anyway, so you collect old music. That's something we know about you. Interesting.
I suppose I'm not going to be too useful, unfortunately, in the combat. I am not a very good shot with a gun. I try my best, but so I'd probably see if there's any minimal amount of information I can gather about the planet. And I guess if I
what
have,
kind of cultural skills do you have?
that's the problem. That's the problem. I believe the only culture I got, all I have is culture spacer, so I won't be able to find much.
Yeah, I mean, culture spacer would be nice, except you've never actually visited the planet, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I ever, I imagine, nah.
I'll tell you
If-
what. I'll tell
if
you
they-
what. You're passing through a bunch of systems. In any of them, I'll let you make a cultural spacer roll against difficulty 8. If you succeed or do better, you'll know someone that you've met during your time in space that might have information about the Markalate system. If you do worse than that, you're going to know somebody, but they're going to want something from you.
I love that.
Interesting.
Your
Just how
first
much
bond,
does this
sir.
information How much is
Well-
this information worth to you? Are you worth risking?
It's for the mission. It's for
Oh,
the mission, so we need on any information we can get.
okay.
Can I do Culture Spacer too?
Yes. So you guys arrive at Niharika system. The captain orders immediate docking with the nearby gas station in order to resupply all of your fuel, because you only have enough fuel to make 2 jumps, and you only have enough air support to get 2 jumps. So he orders. Well, actually, you guys have enough to make 4 because you have extended stores. But he just makes sure to get everything topped off at every jump. He's heard stories of a crew of complete morons that attempted a number of jumps that they weren't capable of making and crashed into a planet and were held hostage for weeks on end.
Yeah, that stairwell, man.
Sounds like
That stairwell. One of them never rose.
I guess we can probably take a break for the moment then.
Yeah.
It has been an hour.
It's yeah. Actually,
Yeah, we're at about an hour.
yeah, we're about there. So guys, we take a break here at the top of every hour to let our players find out information about their old friends that they can contact to get information about a make-believe planet that we're going to travel to.
Hells yeah.
Sounds
If
pretty
you-
reasonable.
Yeah. If you enjoyed the stream so far, please consider giving the channel a follow. It really helps us out. And yeah, we'll see you in about 3 to 5.